Hi, my name is Adnan Khan. I'm an evangelist in the Portals and Collaboration team at SPR Consulting. I specialize in integrating line of business data with SharePoint. In this video, I will discuss some of the ways you can synchronize your on-premise identity with SharePoint Online in Office 365. I will further discuss some of the challenges our customers have faced while doing such synchronization. When you sign up with a SharePoint tenant in Office 365, there are three primary ways you can set up and manage your user accounts. These ways are also known as the three identity models. The first identity model is the simplest one, and this is just simply called Cloud Identity. And this is where you set up all your users directly in Office 365. There are a couple of ways, or a couple of scenarios where you want to do this. A, you don't have any on-premise directory users, and B, you might want to run a trial of Office 365 and you want to just avoid the complexity of the integration with AD. The second identity model is called Synchronized Identity Model, and as the name suggests, this is where you synchronize your on-premise directory users with SharePoint Online using a directory synchronization tool such as Sync or Azure AD Connect. The last identity model is slightly more complex, and it is called Federated Identity. And this is very similar to Synchronized Identity Model, with the addition of single sign-on is enabled using Active Directory Federation Services, or ADFS for short. Now I would like to discuss some of the challenges that our customers have faced when using the Synchronized Identity Model. There are a number of scenarios when using a tool such as Sync, which is a directory synchronization tool, will not be sufficient for your needs. To give you a simple example, suppose you want to sync some standard AD attributes such as a mobile phone or fax, and you will soon discover that those attributes will not be available in SharePoint Online. A more complex example would be where you want to synchronize some custom attributes from AD, such as the data from your HR system, like your employee ID or your hire date, and that data will also not be available in SharePoint Online. So why is that? The main reason is, although you can sync both standard and custom attributes between your on-premise Active Directory and Azure AD, there are only a very limited number of attributes that are synced automatically between Azure AD and SharePoint Online user profile. SharePoint Online user profile has about 60 attributes, but out of those 60, only 21 are synced automatically. So now you're left with only 40. You're left with about 40 attributes that are not synced. So now you understand the problem. So how do we solve this problem, and how do we really get this data in SharePoint? There are three ways that I can think of. One is the simplest approach, where you just simply ask your users to update the user profile. This is not a very realistic approach because not only you cannot expect every user to update the profile, some of this data might be used in business critical applications. So what you really need is more automated way to get this data in SharePoint. Another method is you somehow make use of those 21 attributes that I mentioned that are synced automatically between Azure AD and SharePoint Online. But this is also very limiting because you're pretty much stuck with those 21 attributes, and you may end up creating more of a band-aid approach than a real solution. So the last approach is the recommended approach, and is also the most flexible approach, where you will have to write a custom app that will write data directly to SPO user profile after taking the data from AD or LDAP for that matter. So in this scenario, you're completely bypassing Azure AD. And this is a very flexible approach because you can use this approach to sync data from any on-premise directory to any SharePoint tenant. And you can further customize it so it not only does bulk updates but also detects changes in the user data. In conclusion, in this brief video, I presented different identity models and talked about briefly some of the challenges that our customers have faced using the synchronized identity model, and provided some possible solutions to solve these problems. If you need more detailed information, you can visit my blog series, which is titled Overcoming Office 365 Challenges, on our website at spr.com.